Okay, guys, welcome back to another 8:30 Casual. This is a new series I'm starting that mainly includes the look-throughs of an unboxing of old content, and that would be in the form of either booklets, box sets, stuff like this, whether it's for PC games or tabletop RPG games. The first episode, which was not too long ago, we looked at Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition box set. This is a follow-up to that video because I remembered I had this in my collection. My rather small collection. I don't have too much in regards to vintage boxed tabletop RPG related content. But this is the Forgotten Realms city system. So it's I got this from the same store that I found the Dark Sun one. However, this box was in far worse shape. It definitely has visible wear on the exterior. And this one specifically is from 1988. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, AD&D, Forgotten Realms. So here's the backside. It shows you the whole world map of Waterdeep. And then on the front, you have Forgotten Realms with a few characters, and looks like they're in a tavern of sorts. But like I mentioned in my prior video, I'm not too familiar with the second edition or prior. I don't know if this is set for second edition or the first edition. Again, I'm not too familiar with the lore really of Dungeons and Dragons, AD&D, that era of RPGs, but I at least have this in my collection so we can look through it, and perhaps I'll learn something. And there is some tape here on the side from the prior owner. So let's go open this up and see what's inside. We have a brochure, which is always my favorite part when opening these up. This one's from 1993, so definitely a little ahead of the box's date. Just a little bit. Shows you everything that you can get at that time. Forgotten Realms, D&D, Dragonlance, Ravenloft. Looks like a bunch of different campaign stories. There's Dark Sun, which I think that's one we looked at last couple days ago. So a cool little brochure to open things up for us. I'll put this off to the side. While I open these up, while I unbox them for us to run through, I do like to organize these in case they're not. So the first content we come across besides the brochure is this. Looks like it's a official game accessory. It's black and white print, or more so dark brown ink. So it looks like it talks about Waterdeep in general. Fairly a big city. Looks like it provides some lore, rulership, timeline of the history. It seems to be building up on the city's system. I'm seeing justice here, legal. Yeah, it looks like it's setting up a class system too. It really, yeah, it's definitely looking at from a economical standpoint, like a approach, macroeconomic approach to, if I'm using that word right. Yeah, even street, now we're looking at micro, even street signs. This, I feel, would be for a very long campaign, judging by all of these markers. I'm guessing these are linked to the map, which is in here. But these are all numbered and dock ward. This is definitely something for the DM, I'm assuming, for scenic characters. So this section here looks like it's more focused on, let's get a little closer, more focused on the, if you were think of it from a movie standpoint, filmmaking extras. So scenic character. Looks like you can roll basically a D100 and you get a townsperson level character class, 1 through 10 level class, character, fighter, cleric, magic user, thief, and their encounter ratio, their encounter roll, nighttime, daytime. So some tables to work with in the city, I'm guessing. Not really reading through this thoroughly, but we have Doppelgangers, specters, basically monster encounters down here. Ghosts, vampires, gargoyles. All the usual fantasy characters, creatures, ghouls, led by a ghast. Very rare, uncommon, rare creatures. Pickpockets, picking pockets. That's cool. You can roll to these tables, most likely to see what you come across. If you pickpocket a dagger, a brush, water skin, laundry ticket, valuable items. I actually didn't know that this booklet had all these tables. I haven't really thoroughly looked through this specific booklet, but it's kind of intriguing because I do like to play solo, and anything with tables is intriguing, but I don't want to be obviously overwhelmed on a certain episode I'm doing. But this definitely has a lot more tables than I even realized. Personal belongings, quills, tapers, tools, items, even currency. That's just pretty cool. I actually like that. So, and then the last back table here, back page to close it off. So we'll put that over. I think I usually put booklets up here, right above the camera. So here's obviously the map, which again I can't really show you because I don't have the room for it. But it is. I have opened this up before, and it is in pretty good shape. Last owner took pretty good care of it, but that's pretty much as I can show you guys. Looks like it's more of the world itself. That probably is. I'm looking at this. I don't think it's actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is actually tied to this book. So I don't see the city anywhere, unless this is like the much far out world map of where this city is based in. Again, I'm not familiar with Forgotten Realms. I know Forgotten Realms is part of D&D, but this is still a great map to use. I'll put maps over here. Another a transparent hex guide. This definitely comes with it. There's a couple of them actually. There we go. So you can use that with a magic erased. And now we have maps, looks like for specific locations. This one has an area to explore. It's called the Armory, main floor, so that might be for a much bigger location. This definitely looks like it's part of the city. I'm seeing Heroes Garden. There's street names, numbers, which I am assuming ties into the previous document we were looking at, which had all the numbers and information about them. Street signs, I'm thinking, or just locations these street signs are tied to. There's the Armory. I'm guessing that's where we were looking at on the same map here. That's pretty neat. I'll keep that one in the map pile. Another map, so we have definitely a lot of maps. This is map 6, Daggerford. Gate. Looks like this could be another sector of the city or somewhere else. Great Harbor. Southgate. Okay, that's pretty cool. Then map 4, map 3. Pretty much each map has individual map locations and then the actual zoomed out map to work off. So if I grew up playing tabletop RPGs back in the 90s, I would have more, insider experiences to share with you guys, but I'm obviously just an observer at this point, getting to know this stuff nowadays compared to someone who grew up playing these and saying like, "Oh yeah, I remember that," or I would know exactly what to do in this kind of scenario. But this is all very historical to me, and I'm really admiring it all as I kind of swiftly go through the maps. So there's definitely a lot of maps in here. That's probably half of the content. Looks like we have another booklet. It's or actually no, that's a map. It's just folded in. I think this is the world map itself for this box set. I'm trying to open it up so we can at least see. This is probably the most important map in the entire There's Waterdeep. That's pretty cool. So it's an angled view, bird's eye view of Waterdeep, City of Splendors. Look at all that detail. This is far before AI art that I'm guilty of using for some of my videos. This is all hand drawn. This is terrific. Looks amazing. There's some dragons flying above there, creatures. But there is so much detail. The docks, you have the ships, you have the oh, you guys can see. Let me try to move them just further down here. There's some docks at the bottom there. You have all the neighborhoods, you have all the markets. This is probably something I'm guessing the DM would have in the middle of the table for all of the friends to see. So there's the east side. I think there's usually a compass. Yep, there's the compass right there in the bottom of it. I'm at an angle, so it's cool to see it at that angle. I'm trying to fold this back to how it was before. I don't want to. There we go. Okay, so that's the main. That was definitely the main map. This is another. Looks like this is another fold out. That this one's actually a poster, I think. Or actually, I'm not too sure what this is. Looks like it's for building types. A castle of sorts. It has like a few sections to look at. Looks like that's a bird's eye view. You have a face, the front view of it, and then you have parts of the building dissected, levels of this castle. So that's pretty neat. And then we have a few more maps that are part of the collection. These are just going to skip through those. Maps 7, 8 of 10, 9 of 10. I think that's actually it. As far as booklets go. Yeah, that's really it. So, yeah, all these maps are for specific buildings. But yeah, that's really it, guys. This was the other box I had in regards to it's probably the only other ADD and D&D material I have in physical form. So all these maps and this brochure is pretty, or this booklet's pretty cool. I do like this little brochure though. So we will put all this back and let me know if you guys personally have owned this before, if you ever played it yourselves, any experiences you want to share with the crowd, with the audience. But that's really it for the video. Nothing much to look through. It's a little smaller than the last video or last box that we looked through, but that is city system. So looks like it's for use with Forgotten Realms Fantasy World. So there's obviously more to this outside of just this box set. So this obviously it's a helpful aid um, on top of an obviously existing content, 16 world. But that's pretty cool. I do like looking through these like this. So if you guys enjoyed, please watch my other videos. So I'll see you next time on 830 RPG.